Hello everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome to my channel. So as you can tell from the title, today is going to be a different kind of video that I don't think I've ever done on my channel before. I think I want to start a series of where I kind of show you guys my kind of monthly empties, but specifically fragrance related. So fragrances that I've completely gone through and just my thoughts on them, whether I'm going to repurchase them or whether that will be the last of me using those fragrances. Before I decided I was going to start doing this series, I was kind of throwing the bottles away until I realized. So there are a few fragrances that I have completely gone through, but I don't have the bottles anymore. So I'm only going to show you the ones where I have the empty with me. So the first fragrance that I have completely finished and I've already got a backup is the Lancome Le Parfum Belle. Love this fragrance, super sweet and feminine, and just honestly, like, I will keep on repurchasing this fragrance. I literally have my backup ready because it's one of those fragrances that I always want in my collection because I always gravitate towards. Definitely during like the spring and the summertime, pretty much like kind of around about now is the time that I'm always using this fragrance. It has notes of pear and blackberry and patchouli, which patchouli, one of my go-to fragrances. Any type of berries, definitely up my alley. So I definitely like this fragrance. I definitely feel like it's one that's like a staple piece in my collection, and in terms of longevity, I would say it's about on the moderate side. So I wouldn't say it's completely long wearing, but I wouldn't say it like wears out in 2 hours. It definitely does last a bit of time on the skin. There's actually a tiny bit left because, you know, every little helps. There we go. But yeah, oh, absolutely love it. The next fragrance, which I also have a backup of, is the Poppy and Barley Cologne by Joe Malone. Love this fragrance. For me, this is like a fresh, kind of clean floral scent. It's definitely great for like the springtime. Like, I think this is the epitome of like your perfect spring fragrance. I will say that Joe Malone doesn't last as long on the skin or clothes, but I will say that they have fragrances that I have not smelled anywhere else. I think this is the perfect balance between floral, fresh and clean, and I absolutely love Barley. You can definitely smell the fig, and the violet is definitely very prominent, but like I said, definitely on the floral, a little bit of fruitiness, but more so on the floral side. It's definitely very light and delicate. It's not a fragrance that's overpowering. If you don't like anything too strong, this will be a great option. And yeah, so I do have my backup of this. So any fragrance that I love, I will always have my backup ready because I cannot go without. So yeah, that's Joe Malone, Poppy and Barley. The next fragrance is Alien, which is a classic. I have done a video on this, which the response was really positive, so thank you all so much for watching that video. But what I love most about this fragrance is that it's so unique. Like, I have not smelled anything like this. I feel like all the Aliens are amazing. They smell amazing. They're very intoxicating. They are very long wearing. They are very overpowering. So if you don't like those type of fragrances, you will definitely not like Alien. So this is considered a woody floral fragrance. I would say it's the perfect balance between the two, and I think there is a slight sweet element to it, but it's very dynamic and multi-dimensional. It's just, I've sprayed too many fragrances on me, but yeah, it's very hard to describe because it's very unique, and a lot of their fragrances are very overpowering. However, I do love this fragrance. I have not purchased a backup, and I think it's because I don't really gravitate towards this fragrance. I've of course finished it, but I just don't. I think it's because my sister wears a lot of Alien. She wears a lot of Angel as well, so I feel like that's her kind of signature fragrance, which is why I don't really purchase Alien. But hands down, again, one of the most multi-dimensional type of fragrances that has so many layers to it, and I feel like it's more of like an evening scent because it's just so rich and deep. So yeah, so that's Alien. Next up we have another classic, which is Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. Love this fragrance. I love the coffee notes, I love the sweetness. What I don't love is that it does not last the longest. The bottle that I have now is, I believe, the 3.4 fluid ounces, which is the 100ml, and it's huge, but I have to layer this with like other fragrances because it does not last as long as I would love it to. So this is described as a floral gourmand, and it has notes of pear and vanilla and orange blossom and white flowers, the black coffee, the white musk, and of course the patchouli that I love oh so much. Definitely a fragrance that I will keep repurchasing just because I love it so much. Like, this is like a cult favorite and so many people love it for that reason, but it's just that it does not last as long on me. But as you can see, I've completely gone through it and I haven't actually started using the new bottle that I have. But yeah, that's Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. Next fragrance that I've completely finished is the Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This is not a surprise because I love this fragrance. This is probably right now my top 5 fragrance. As you can see, I don't know where the top went, but I am completely out of it, and I do have my backup. I also purchased the newer versions, like the Coral Fantasy and like the yellow version, so I'm definitely going to do a video on that. So stay tuned and compare it with this one, and I'm hoping that they smell just as good as Born in Roma, because this is like so sweet and delicate and fruity and vanilla-y and everything that I want in a fragrance. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend. I will say that I'll probably be going through so many bottles this year because every time I don't know what fragrance to wear, I always go back to Valentino Donna Born in Roma. So highly recommend this fragrance, and I wish they like had like all of these brands, I wish that they had like a recycling system where like you take a bottle back and you get a certain percentage off, or you know, some type of incentive, because I feel like I'm just throwing these away or just recycling them, but that's besides the point. Born in Roma, absolutely amazing, absolutely love it. I have 2 more. The next one is from Dior, and this is called, I actually don't know what this is called. Oh my god, it's called, oh, Gior, that's it. My mind went completely blank. I was like, wait, what is this fragrance called? No, so this is, sorry, my hair is like acting funny. Yeah, this is Gior, and I definitely won't be repurchasing this, and the only reason is because to me it's just not my kind of fragrance. It's very delicate, it's very light. I feel like it's more on the mature side, which there's no issue with that. Like, if you're young and you love this, like, do you, boo, but this is just not my type of fragrance. Is there a little bit left so I can spray it? I can't even remember what this smelled like. Yeah, it's just very subtle, very delicate, very feminine, gives me very boss lady vibes, but it's not my kind of fragrance. Definitely not a fragrance that I would repurchase. I remember whenever I'd wear this, I could never really smell it, like it's that subtle, and I remember always having to layer it with other fragrances. But the packaging is absolutely stunning. That's the first, and yeah, it's a very beautiful fragrance, but just not my kind of vibe. So I definitely won't be repurchasing this, but I'm somebody that I don't care if I hate a fragrance, I will continue to use it until it's done, because fragrances cost a lot of money, and so I want to get my money's worth. So I did end up finishing this. I think I have like the tiniest bit left, and as you can see, I have the tiniest bit left, so I will finish that last piece up because this cost money, and then I'm just not going to purchase it again. But yeah, this is Gior by Dior. And last but not least, I have the Viktor Rolf, what is this called, Flower Bomb. This is like a cult favorite. So many people love this fragrance, and I can see why, but I feel like right now it's just very generic. I definitely prefer Flower Bomb Nectar, which I have done a review on, so definitely go check that out. But I think for this one, it's just less deep, it's more generic. I feel like I've smelled this type of fragrance before, and because everyone wears it, it's like you kind of just smell the same as like the next person next to you, because it's not very unique and everyone seems to love it. definitely a sweet floral kind of fragrance. But for me as well, I have a weird relationship with this one, because at first when I purchased it, I felt like it lasted long, and then after some time I felt like, actually I don't think I can smell this thing. So a lot of people said it's quite long wearing. I believe I've said this in the past, but I take that back. I don't think this is the most long wearing fragrance, but it is a pretty fragrance, and if you're looking for something safe, this is definitely a safe option. But I personally prefer the Flower Bomb Nectar because it's deeper, it's richer, and it's sweeter. So yeah, that's Flower Bomb by Viktor Rolf. So that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want me to continue this series. It probably won't be every month because I don't go through that many fragrances a month, but it could be every few months that I could probably be doing these kind of videos. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know fragrances that you've completely finished and that you will be repurchasing, and fragrances that you are done, you've dusted, and the relationship stops there. Let me know what you think. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.